Hello everyone and welcome back to this Battlefield 5 LMG guide, and today we'll be looking at the Type 97 MG. Okay, I like the Type 97 MG. I think this gun is actually a little bit underrated because it's actually generally really good, but like some of the other machine guns in this series I've done, it suffers from having the top mounted magazine problem. And for this gun it's actually even worse. As you see, I use the NIDAR sight, or the holographic sight, whatever you want to call it, because of the iron sights or AA sights, which I usually use, are on the right hand side of the gun, which actually gives you slightly less visibility due to the fact that the magazine goes more to the center of the screen. So taking this NIDAR sight or even 3x scope puts the sight on the left hand side of the gun, which makes it much more easy to use. You can put a 3x scope on this gun, and I have used a 3x scope on this gun quite a lot, but I still prefer having that close quarters sight on it. I'm not sure why I prefer that. I don't know. I think it's the 3x scope. I'm not a fan of the reticule it gives, and DICE haven't given us the option to change the reticules like we could in Battlefield 1. But anyway, let's take a quick dive into its stats and specializations. So what I went for is quick aim, barrel bedding, custom stock, and then the quick reload. And I did this because I didn't really need the recoil buffer, because the vertical recoil is already very low and easy to manage. So the barrel bedding and custom stock just makes you more accurate whilst moving, or more accurate when stationary. And the reason I went for the quick reload instead of the ported barrel is because for some reason the reload on this gun feels horrible. And that's down to the fact that it has a slow reload of 3.5 seconds and a fast reload of 3.5 seconds and a slow reload of 4.3 seconds, which is really slow compared to most other LMGs around the 2-second mark, apart from the Lewis gun. It only just has a slower, faster reload than the Lewis gun by 0.05 of a second, and the Lewis gun has twice as many bullets in a magazine. So I went for the quick reload so it doesn't feel as sluggish, and actually the gun performs really well. It's very good, it's quite versatile, it has a quite nice rate of fire of around 535, I believe. So I would definitely say pick this one up. It has the same rate of fire as the KE7, and I believe if you actually have the KE7 without the light bolt perk, it's practically the same, which is and isn't a good thing, I suppose. It doesn't make it unique. However, aesthetically, I think this looks much better than the KE7, and I don't know what it is. There is just something about this gun which works, and it feels very nice to use. It could be because of its low recoil, or which it does have, and I should actually talk about that now. It actually has a slightly more pull to the right, so you just pull down to the left to compensate for your recoil. But even that is minuscule. It has the same bullet velocity of most other light machine guns at 740 meters per second, so leading targets at range is very easy. And obviously it has the same damage model as all of them apart from the Madsen, so 25 maximum and 15 minimum. But I would definitely recommend checking this one out, because this was one of the newest LMGs to be added to the game, and I just hit off with it straight away. I would definitely recommend it. I would recommend actually using all of the LMGs. Find the one which you find suits your playstyle, and you'll find that most of the LMG's playstyle is that medium to long range combat. They can be quite deadly in close quarters. However, if you're going to take a close quarters LMG, either take the FG42 or the Browning automatic rifle, because their rate of fire is what's going to win most gunfights. But if you're going for those more long-term mid-range, then the Type 97 is definitely a gun you should consider. This gun just works at those ranges. It feels good to use, and I don't know if there is something else which we don't know and they don't tell us in game, but it feels different, which is really weird because its stats say it shouldn't feel different to most of the other machine guns. It just has that feeling to it, and that's something I can't really explain in a guide like this. So the only thing I could recommend you do is play around with the specializations that I've given you. I mean, if you think you can not use the quick reload, then you can go for the porta barrel to lower that vertical recoil, horizontal recoil even more, although I don't think it's really needed because it's already very low. So yeah, just play around with this one, have a good time with it, try it with 3x scope. It's very capable with the 3x scope. I'm just not a fan of the reticule on the 3x scope. And a little side note is the 3x scope actually does take up slightly more of your screen than the holographic. I would use the AA sights, but again, it puts the magazine in the center of the screen instead of to the right of the screen, so that's kind of a downside for me. But yeah, honestly, give this one a go. That's all I can really say about this machine gun. Have fun with it, and I will do a video for the Type 11, which is the last LMG and the newest one added to the game, and boy, that's going to be a good one because I really like that machine gun. So until then, I will catch you in the next video.